Every quarter within this last year, Disney has been reporting losses on their streaming platform. And this is from their Q2 earnings call back in May. Disney Plus sheds 4 million subscribers in second straight quarterly drop. Disney Plus sheds record 11.7 million subscribers. And this is from their Q3 earnings call in August. So after basically 3 quarters of negative growth for the company, they want to actually have one quarter that it was doing good. And that's what we got today at their Q4 earnings call. But the subscriber growth is kind of fictitious. It's basically Disney's spin on things, and I'll get more on that in a moment. Just kind of look in this article from Variety that kind of goes into what actually happened or what was being reported today. Disney Plus tops 150 million subscribers. Streaming loss narrows to $387 million. Disney Plus topped 150 million streaming subscriptions by the end of its fiscal fourth quarter of the year, up from 146.7 million in the previous quarter. On Wednesday, Disney reported core Disney Plus subscriptions are at 112.6 million subs as of the quarter ending September 30th. So you need to remember that date because that's important, September 30th. And the India-based Disney Plus Hotstar is at 37.6 million subscribers. Okay, so they actually had some positive growth in there, but like I said, September 30th, I'll get more on that in a moment. Overall, streaming business lost $387 million in its Q4, a year-over-year improvement of 74% from a loss of $1.4 billion in the company's Q4 2022. And they maintained when they started this platform that they're actually going to become profitable by Q4 of 24, and it's really not looking like that's going to be the case. I mean, yeah, you can see a 74% increase between this year and last year. But still, I mean, they've been losing hundreds of millions of dollars every quarter on the Disney Plus platform. So even if it was to become profitable a year from now, it'll still take many years from now before they've actually made back their initial investment on that. But I still have my doubts whether they'll actually become profitable by Q4 of next year. The top performers on the streaming for the quarter were Disney and Pixar's film Elemental and movies Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and The Little Mermaid, which all debuted on Disney Plus this summer. Okay. First of all, Guardians of the Galaxy, yes, that was profitable for them, and not only in the box office, but on the Disney Plus platform. I imagine it did probably do fairly well. But Little Mermaid and Elemental, I have my doubts because, okay, when those are in the theaters, we can actually see the box office results and gauge whether the movie was successful or not. And both these movies lost millions of dollars for the studio when they're out in theaters. But as soon as they go onto the Disney Plus platform, where Disney's the only one who actually sees the numbers of how many people are watching them, then all of a sudden these movies are successful. And it's like, I mean, is it possible? Well, sure, I guess. But I really do have my doubts that these movies that no one wanted to see in theaters were all of a sudden very popular as soon as they go hidden behind Disney's paywall. But I don't know. That's what they're reporting. And I can't really dispute their claims. But at the same time, I have my doubts. But jumping back to the whole subscriber growth deal that they're saying, like they say they made 4 million subscribers on this, but remember September 30th, why that's important, because they had this deal that came out. So Disney Plus deal, stream service, $199 monthly for 3 months, watch Ashoka, Little Mermaid and more. Okay. So they're basically giving away trial versions of their platform. Okay. Yeah. Lots of companies will do that, right? If you strayed away from Disney Plus during the summer, the streaming service has a promotion to get you back on board. Now through September 20th, new and returning customers can subscribe to Disney Plus basic tier for $199 a month. So in other words, hey, if you subscribe before the end of the Q4, then we'll actually basically just give you this subscription. And it's for new and returning customers, meaning we just want to get people back on board. So, I mean, you know that they just did this. And I even made a video at the time talking about this. Like the only reason they're doing this type of deal is because they don't want to have 4 quarters in a row or 4 quarters this whole year where they were losing subscribers. So they just put out this deal where they're basically just giving away subscriptions to it. And then they're going to use this to say, like, look, we got subscriber growth. And that's exactly what they did today. But this isn't the only thing they did, too, to try to bump up those subscription numbers. We also had this. Spectrum customers get to get free Disney Plus as Disney Charter and Channel dispute. So, yeah, Disney made a deal with Spectrum TV for the people who actually have certain levels of cable packages will also get a Disney Plus subscription. So they're also using these numbers, too, to try to boost up their subscription totals. And even then, despite basically just giving it away in these 2 avenues, that's all they're able to report is 4 million increase. And it was still down like 12 million from the quarter before and another 4 million from the quarter before that. And they can only gain 4 million more when they're just giving it away, and they're still expecting to become profitable by Q4 of next year. I mean, I'm just not buying this, especially when you consider these are the movies they're trying to tout. Elemental, Little Mermaid, 2 box office bombs. And if you actually look at their release schedule, they really don't have much. I mean, I think they have the Marvels coming out right now. That's going to be on the Disney Plus platform. And then between like that and next spring, there's really nothing else that's going to be coming out in the, not only in the theaters, and then these strikes that went on that kind of delayed everything else. So that means there's going to be a delay in things that are going to be released onto their platform. So we're going to see another quarter or 2 or 3 of subscriber loss for them, because not only are they're not going to be able to give it away every quarter like this, but then there's just no content that's going to be coming out that's going to drive people to it. So this was just a complete disaster for Disney, and they're trying to put their positive spin. And I get that it's what they have to do at these earnings calls like this to try to paint as good a picture as possible. But I mean, it's going to get to the point where they need to just start licensing out their material to other streaming sites. I mean, that is if they just want to actually turn some type of profit, because that's usually where a lot of movies will gain revenue, is through streaming distribution deals and things like that. But Disney isn't even doing that. They're putting all their movies at the box office that lose money, and they're putting them onto their streaming platform that's also losing money. So this, as a business standpoint, just isn't sustainable. But I really have my doubts whether they'll actually license their movies and things like that out to other streaming platforms, because they did say at the earnings call today that they don't want to do that for some of their core properties, like their Pixar movies, Star Wars and Marvel movies and things like that. So I guess they can either try to make a profit and do something like that and license them out, or they can just continue what they're doing and let the company die. But let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. And if you like this video, make sure you click that like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with the latest news. Thank you.